author Mia Redrick regularly meets with mothers to help them prioritize their busy lives.
So, one of the things that I found is that as a mom, we're no longer multitasking, we're megatasking.
You guys are gonna love this broadcast. Invite your friends, guys, invite your friends. Should be about 25 minutes. About 25 minutes.
Whatever we do for ourselves is what we are giving to our family.
I'm going to bring it, guys.
I'm always ready to work out. So I always bring with me my jump rope as well as my resistance bands. Easy way to get your workout in any day, anytime.
I love the toolkit, Mia. How about dads?
Thank you so much for inviting your followers.
Absolutely.
You guys are going to love
toolkits.
love
the just be prepared for wherever you're going to be that day with your family to maximize the day. If you have ever said there are not enough hours in a day, you're going to love my next strategy called blending. Blending is when you are doing something for your children, looking for opportunities to do something for yourself.
Hey, Patrice.
Tell me, how are you already blending in your life? How are you taking care of yourself while you're taking care of your children?
I have a best girlfriend who's a trainer who created a way in which we literally work out in her garage while our kids play outside. So we're getting me time, we're getting
awesome. I can totally support you.
Good time.
On the scope, we'll talk about it at the end.
Self-care groups, and I think the power of the groups has been that moms have no judgment, just camaraderie. You have an opportunity to connect with other women in your demographics of motherhood. And I firmly believe that moms aren't necessarily looking to balance their work and their life.
I want to give people time to get here.
Joy.
This is going to be a great
on a daily basis in your life is the goal.
Invite your
Next time
friends
you and your family
on
need to
Twitter
get away,
and Facebook.
try a staycation. What
Coach
I mean
Kiva
by
is
that
in the house.
Explore in your hometown. Play a tourist. This might be exactly what your family
so much
needs
for
to
inviting your
refuel and
followers.
reconnect, even in the middle of your busy lives. Remember, when mama's happy, everyone else is happy.
Bailey.
When most people think of dating, they think of being single, going out in the town. But when you're married with kids, that's when the real
Thank you for sharing,
starts.
guys.
It sure is. Well, our mom strategist explains why and shares her rules of family dating.
This is something you've probably not thought about, but it's worked really great for me, and it is dating your family. And, because you have 6 children, one of the things that works terrific is to be able to date at home. And what I get a lot of my clients to do is to create a dating box, and in that box,
Hey, Donna, good to see you. We're going to get started in maybe 35 seconds or so. This is going to be a great scope.
You have 90 minutes, but by the time he has to go and get the movie or get a meal, the time that you would have spent together is gone.
Thank you, Mia. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, welcome the author of Time for Mommy, 365 Daily Strategies for Mother's Self-Care, Mia Redrick. Mia, thank you so much. Stand up, please. Pleasure. I really feel for this family.
Thank you so much for the hearts, guys.
What can we all take away from this?
Well, Dear Time is such a simple way to build quality in your family time and to make self-care a reality every single day.
In the house.
So drop everything and read.
Drop everything and read. It will allow the kids to see mom and dad having some downtime, and it becomes part of the family culture, self-care.
So what about the fact that she has no time for
Ebony's
herself?
in the house. Ebony, I saw you register. I just saw it like maybe an hour or so ago. Good to see you.
So
hey
what we
there.
talked about was them giving one another permission without guilt and supporting.
Ruby is in the house. Good to see you.
They're a couple that wants to
Guys,
be together.
last
They
chance
don't
to
wanna
invite
be
your
apart.
friends and
so
your
you
followers
can see that when they started to date,
before we get
dance
started.
Together, they reconnected immediately.
I saw you covering your ears when that was happening. Why?
It's emotional.
Yes, it is. Because
And
I
maybe
love my
5 seconds,
husband,
we're gonna
and
get
we all
started,
forget
guys.
why we got married.
Thank you. I'll take them. I'll take them. Here, my people. Did I? Did that scope do it? Hey there, guys. It's Mia Redrick here, the mom strategist. Now, I am so fired up right now. I have had like one of those days, really productive day where you knocked it out the park. And that's what I've had. So I'm going to bring it today. I hope you're ready. Get your notepads out. I promise to be kind but truthful always. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist, and I support mostly moms with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. I know. At miaredrick.com, or my past scopes at katch.me, and just search Mia_Redrick. There are over 100 there. You're going to love them. You're going to love them, okay? So for those of you who have met before, it's nice to virtually meet you. Let me just tell you a little bit about me. When I got started 13 years ago, I wanted to combine my background as a corporate trainer and my love of motherhood into a business. Now, I wasn't exactly sure how, but that's what I wanted to do. And I know that, maybe that's you out there. Maybe you've got like a passion, a talent, a gift that you want to be able to monetize in some way. That was me. I was a great corporate trainer. I loved it. I just wanted to figure out how to do that in motherhood in some way. I visited my small business resource center, and I was told that what I'm doing today, hey Julia, good to see you, that I'd never be able to do what I'm currently doing professionally and be paid for it. I was told it didn't make any sense. I ended up bumping into a life coach, a business coach, and she showed me how to build a coaching practice. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for the last 10 years. All my clients are in the house. Hey, Pat, good to see you. It was just such an amazing gift to be able to go to work as yourself and to be able to monetize your brilliance. And I know that so many of you will be supported by that. So anyway, for the last 10 years, I've been a full-time entrepreneur, and I love what I get to do. And I've coached over 400 clients. 112 of my clients are authors, and half of them are #1 Amazon bestsellers. So that's a little bit of the ABCs of me. Now, I am the mother of 3 children. I have a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 10-year-old, boy, girl, boy. And I've been married to my husband almost 20 years. And 6 years ago, my husband developed kidney disease. And I was so incredibly just glad that we had built our businesses and we were both full-time entrepreneurs, because it didn't matter. It mattered more that we were entrepreneurs because we owned our time during a time where Pat was doing his dialysis 15 to 18 hours a week, and I could be there for my family. And I know some of you guys can relate to that. Anitra Allen is in the house. And it was just an incredible blessing to my family. It's one of the reasons that I love coming on this platform and sharing with you guys, because I don't know your reason why you want to be an entrepreneur, but I know that it's changed my life. It's given us choices as a family. It allowed us to hire a boutique service for my husband, a private physician for my husband, during the time that we really needed it. And I am so grateful that we could do that. Entrepreneurship for me has allowed us to invest over $650,000 in our kids' private school education. And I know some of you want to do that. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what entrepreneurship matters to me. That's why I do it. You want to be the director in your business. Absolutely. I love it. And you can do that, right? And entrepreneurship might mean that you want a vacation. Maybe you want a vacation with your family. Maybe that's why you want to do it. Maybe you want to save for retirement. It doesn't matter, but it's changed my life, and I feel like it's my responsibility to share with other people. So now tonight, I've got a really great scope tonight, guys, and it is what successful people do to achieve greater results in their business. Now, I know you want to know what that is all about, and I really just sat down today and said, you want to go on a cruise? Okay, yeah, cruises are great. Just jog before you go, like jog a whole lot, because there's food everywhere, and food at midnight, and food at 24 hours a day, and room service 24 hours a day. Food everywhere all day long. I actually used to host cruises for moms for about 4 years. I hosted Time for Mommy cruises for moms, and we went to the Bahamas and to Mexico and to Bermuda, and we would do self-care retreats on cruises with moms, and just really, really great experience, right? Eating all day, right? Just absolute gluttony and having a great, great time. And so I've got a great scope for you guys tonight, and I'm really excited about it. Just a couple housekeeping things. Just keep in mind that my scopes are usually exceptionally content rich, okay? So you're going to want to write, but I'm going to ask you to tap, write, and tap. The hearts are great feedback for me because I can't see you. I can't see you. So the hearts let me know you're there and what I'm saying resonates with you, okay? Also, I always open the floor at the end of all of my scopes for questions. So if you have a direct question for me, I'm going to open the floor. I'm going to open the floor, okay? All right, so we're going to get started today. Scope topic is what successful people do. Hey there, what successful people do to achieve greater results in their business, right? I didn't say in their lives only, but in their business. And the number one thing that they do, I have to tell you, is that they have a schedule, right? They know what they're doing. And, one of the things that I see all the time with working with so many entrepreneurs is that they don't have a schedule for themselves. Like they don't know why they're doing what they're doing. There's no system, no rhyme or reason about your activities during the day. And if that's you, I'm telling you that successful people, they have a schedule for how they're going to do what they're going to do and why they're doing what they're doing. And if you're not doing that, you need to be doing that, okay? You need to be doing that because what that does is it allows you to take focus action. Hey, Samira, good to see you. It allows you to take focus action and you can consistently plan and focus in on the results that you want. So each and every day, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to send 3 ships out every single day. I know exactly what I'm doing every day. And what that does is it allows me to manage my energy. It allows me to manage my time. It allows me to be clear about the most important activity and the best time of day to execute that. See, if you don't have a schedule, then you're just kind of doing things willy-nilly and it's not the most efficient use of your time. And I'm telling you that you got to have a schedule. It's one of those things that we know and we think calendar schedule. That's not what I'm talking about. I have a schedule of, who I'm going to reach out to each and every day. What action am I going to take that's going to move my business forward each and every day? And who am I going to get in front of, okay? You're dropping on the show a little love, okay? Oh, awesome. I will. You guys need to check her out. She is the bounce back strategist, Samira Jones. She's an incredible woman, up to great and amazing things, guys. You got to check her out. So you need a schedule. And if you don't have a schedule and you're not keeping a schedule, I'm telling you it's different than a calendar. I have to understand this. They need you. This place here, they need you. Repeat that. Say that. Say they need me. Okay? And she said, they need me. I said, doesn't that feel good? I said, but that's the truth. That's what you got to understand. See, the moment that you believe that you don't belong, or the moment that you believe that somebody's doing you a favor as a result of you serving them with your gifts and your talents, you're not thinking properly. You're not positioning properly. So anyway, I said, they need you. And you need to say that. And she was like, they need me. Okay, it's just a whole different kind of sachet that goes along with that. Okay, and it was funny because immediately she started to kind of perk up, right, and smile like that's my mom, right? And I had to get her mind right. See, sometimes you got to get your mind right. Your action follows that. Yeah, that thought, right? So your words control your thoughts control your feelings. And your feelings ultimately determine your actions. So words, thoughts, feelings, action. Words, what you say, thoughts influence your thoughts influence how you feel, and your feelings influence your actions. That's why it's so important to manage what you say to yourself. Wow, crazy. I just had a huge pep talk with my 9-year-old. Awesome. Okay, so what we're talking about is what successful people do to achieve greater results. Yeah, and I'm going to just recap real quick. Number 1, they have a schedule. Number 2, they have a mind map, right? A mind map. Number 3, they track and measure everything. Okay? They have great self-talk. Okay? And then number 5 is they have a mentor or coach or teacher, trainer, somebody that they're learning from, okay? And so that's real. And I don't know any successful people who don't work with other people in some way at some period in their lives that zone in on them. to help them get greater results. You know, if you think about the Super Bowl, you think about the teams, they all work with coaches. Those guys are great people. What was one? Number one was they have a schedule. They have a schedule. They keep a schedule. Okay, no problem. No problem. If you think about the Super Bowl or, you know, any professional athlete, they all are working with someone that sees them and sees what their gifts are and helps them fine-tune their gifts. So the same is true in anything that you're doing in your life. I've had 19 coaches in my life. And the fact of the matter, in a lot of different ways, whether we're talking about media coaches, speaking coaches, you know, business coaches, life coaches, marriage coaches, you name it, I have had it. And the fact of the matter is, I like it because it makes me better. It gives me a different perspective. The people that can see things that I cannot see. And as a result of that, I get to be fine-tuned. And that's how I like to look at that level of self-investment. And I know that, you know, it's been a source for me of, it's been a great investment. It's been a great seed for me because it's come back. I think about that all the time. And I always mention my coach, Terry Levine, to you guys, because when I met her, I had never heard of coaching. I didn't even know what anyone would say to a coach. And I remember that when she told me she was charging $1,000 an hour, and this is 13 years ago, and I didn't have that, I remember thinking like, okay, I know I need to work with her, but how? And I only had $100. So I said, I have $100. And I had to contract with her for 10 minutes of her time for 18 months. And I was willing to do that for the change that I wanted. And I always think about it because there are a couple of reasons. One, Terry was free, and I've been free for the last 10 years, and she showed me how to set my business up so I could do that. That was number one. And number two, there was something I learned from her in year 2 of coaching with her about outsourcing. And it was a strategy that I actually learned year 2 coaching with her, but I didn't implement to year 6 of my business. And I've made multiple 6 figures from that one strategy in my book, Coaching Business. See, for me, investing in a teacher that knew something I didn't know, she taught me things that I would never know to do. Okay. And as a result of that, I could monetize those things. So that's always good. And successful people always invest in themselves. The other thing that successful people do to achieve greater results is that they are focused. Okay, so I want to talk about that for a minute. They're focused, right? Like laser focused. And I'm a very focused person, okay? So if you want to achieve a result, you can't be zigging and zagging. You got to zone in on the things that you want. All right. And you know how sometimes the reason that people don't achieve their goals, I feel like I'm around so many incredible people all the time with great ideas. And sometimes their ideas, they're all over the place. Like, you know, I could do a little of this, and then I could do a little of that, and I could do a little of this too. But nothing has focus, right? So I like to zone in on whatever it is that I want to get done, to focus in to get that thing done. Like I always feel like if there's that one thing that I can achieve success at, then I can always add on to, you know, from there, because then I have success. I'm creating revenue in my business. You know, I'm zoning. I have success, and I'll accomplish this thing, and then I'll move on. And I meet so many people that they have so many things that they are generalist in, that they don't specialize in anything. They don't have focus. And focus requires commitment. It requires shutting out the noise. Like if you ever really want to become great, you know, greatly focused at whatever it is that you want to do, you got to shut off the noise. Now for me, noise is, and if you guys know me, you know this is true, I don't text. So if you text me, I might answer you, but likely it'll be, maybe I'll answer you, but likely not. Maybe in 2 weeks or something like that. I don't text. So I don't really do noise. I only use Facebook for business, right? To talk to my clients in a very specific way to see what my clients are doing, because that's just a really great tool for me. I don't really use it socially in that way. I don't use emails come on my phone because I have a smartphone, but only my school emails, okay? And so I don't do any business on my phone at all because it's a distraction. So whenever I'm sitting down to work on whatever it is for my clients or for my business or for myself or my family, I am focused on that thing, okay? And I want to bring me 100% to that thing because I want to make sure there's completion. I want to make sure that I fully understand it. I'm not trying to do like all these things, and I just can't do all of that. So, and I find for me that I'm able to check things off my list, I think because I zone in to achieve whatever the result is, the goal is. So I'm not distracted by a lot of things. And I know that'll support a lot of you guys. The other thing is that I focus in literally on the thing that's the easiest thing for me to accomplish, the thing that makes the most sense, that's aligned with my skill set. I zone in so that I can create success in one area of my life or my business, and then I add on from there. So once I have success in one area, then I zone in and focus in on the other area because I've already accomplished something. And some of you guys, you know what I'm saying is you're doing a little bit of everything, and as a result of that, you're not getting the success that you deserve in all the areas of your life because you're just you're giving each of them no focus, right? Like you're giving them all just a little. And if you just shift your strategy to zoning in and focusing in for completion, you'll see greater results, okay? The next thing you need to do is the next thing you need to do is successful people to achieve greater results. I know, is that they know that relationships are currency. So they value relationships, all right? And that is so real. Like relationships are currency. And so many people don't get that part, right? Like how you treat people, it doesn't really matter to me whether, you're my neighbor or, you're my friend, you're my client. The reality is that we're in relationship, right? And so the way that you interact with people is how you transact with them. All right. And what is important is that you are a credible person and you're an integrity-based person. It doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes. It means if you make mistakes, you own the mistakes that you make. It means that you don't purposely try to take advantage of other people or manipulate situations. I meet people all the time that they think you don't see them. Like they operate that way and they think that you don't see them, right? But people see who you are. And you got to understand that, when you want to achieve greater results, successful people understand that relationships is a great currency and that everybody knows everyone. And, that's one of the things that I find so interesting. Someone told me this one time. Actually, I wrote a column for Family Digest magazine called Parenting is No Joke for several years. And the editor of the magazine, he told me, he said, Mia, all the good people, they know one another. And he said, and all the bad people know one another. And I remember telling me that years ago. And I was like, really? And that was his mindset. And as I've gotten older, I realized that he's exactly right. Like, we're all really connected. If you're doing good things, you start to get connected to other people doing the same things. And it's so important to just show up and be a good person and be a quality person, right? And operate with integrity. And it's just really important. It always comes back. And that's one of the things I always say, look, let me treat someone like I would want them to treat me, all right? Because it always comes back. It always comes back. And that means that I can still, right, birds of a feather always flock together, absolutely. And I see it a lot in business where people don't know that you see them. But when you are and you insist on having great relationships, you know immediately when you're dealing with, let's say, people who aren't credible or people who are shysters, right? Or who are just low vibration people, right? And one of the best things that I like to do is if I'm interacting with anyone like that, I just remove them from my space because I don't have to have people like that in my space, right? And at some point, we all encounter people like that. But I will say that successful people understand in order to achieve greater results, you want to be around great people. You do. And you insist on it. And you can have it. So, you just don't spend your time with people who just don't add value to your world. I just don't do it. All right. Like you're hard pressed to get me on the phone ever. Okay. Once I identify you as a person like that. Okay. It's just like blocking trolls. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. The next thing that successful people do is that they are leaders. And so they're leaders. Okay. That means that they say, if it is to be, it is up to me. And I think so often we want success, but we don't want to lead, right? And it doesn't work like that. Like success and leadership, they're like cousins, like they're best friends, okay? And the fact of the matter is, I would say read to work on your leadership skills. And it's so important because running a business is leading. If you are running a company, it's leading, okay? Understand that your employees, your contractors, no one is going to care more about your business more than you, okay? And so you are the leader. You're the one. And you have to understand that. And the thing is, they say the speed of anything is always determined by the speed of the leader. Isn't that right, Anitra? So the speed of any group, of any organization is always, or the culture of any organization is determined by the leader within that organization. And I always say, I take 100% responsibility for what's happening in my business, in my life. All right. I'm not going to ever ask anyone to do for me what I am not willing to do myself. Okay. And there's a positioning in that when that's your mentality, because you just get it done. And everybody around you knows that you're going to get it done and that you're not holding your breath or waiting for someone else to do something, save you, rescue you, because it doesn't work like that. So what I know is true is that successful people who achieve greater results, they are willing to do the dang thing. You know what? They're willing to do the thing. All right. Even if they have to go alone. And sometimes you have to go alone. Sometimes it's just that way. That's just the way it is in building any company, any business, or whatever it is. Sometimes you're the thought leader. Sometimes you're the one meant to broker the idea. And guess what? You got to go at it alone. And that's just how it is. But you got to be willing to do what it takes. And you don't always get to stay on that walk alone, right? Hey, good to see you. You don't get to stay on that walk alone. But I'm going to tell you that sometimes you have to go alone, and it just goes along with success. You know, the reality is, what do successful people do? They take 100% responsibility for what needs to be done, and they'll make excuses about it. You know what? I've had my nights where if I had to stay up all night long to get it done, I'm going to stay up all night long to get it done. That's not every night, but I'm not going down like that. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And, you know, I know so many women out there, so many men out there who run great, amazing businesses, and they feel exactly the same way. Like we're willing to do whatever we've got to do. We're willing to call who we have to call. And you know what? Nobody's got to remind me to do it. I'm going to do it because it's my dream. I was going to say my freaking dream, because it is my dream and I'm fired up about it. And that's why it's so important to choose something that you're absolutely passionate about, because when you have something that drives you, that you absolutely love, you can't stop thinking about it. It gives you fuel to do it. Now, when you don't love it, and I'm telling you, because sometimes doing a business, it gets hard. You know what? You can make excuses around the things you don't want to do, because that's just how it is, okay? Let me make sure I covered everything in my notes. Today, we've been talking about what successful people do to achieve greater results. And everything that I shared with you are things that I do. 1, they have a schedule. 2, they have a mind map. 3, they track and measure results. 4, they surround themselves with great people. I didn't mention that. So they surround themselves, I think I did. Well, they surround themselves with great people. So great people could be, you know, the people they're networking with, but it could also be their team. Like they want a great team. Find something you love to do and you'll never work another day in your life. Absolutely. That's how I feel. I feel like what I get to do, what I get to do, this is work. This is not work. This is like my art. My work is like my art. I love what I get to do. You know what? And I don't have to turn it on and turn it off. I don't really have bad work days. I get to work with brilliant and amazing people and help them co-create something brilliant and amazing every single day. That's what I get to do. I get to go visit families that want greater solutions so they can work their lives out. I get to live my dream, and I love that. That's pretty cool. Okay. They have a mentor or a coach. They're working with somebody. They're learning. They're having somebody look at them and see what their blind spots are so that they can learn from that and be better. They are focused. It's okay to heart. It's okay to heart, right? They are focused. They are zoned in on what they need to get accomplished in their life and their business. They have great self-talk. They've got great self-talk. They just do. You know what they said when they talk to themselves? they can pump themselves up. They don't need somebody to validate them. They can do it for themselves. That's absolutely the truth. They set their sights on big dreams and women. They set their sight on the big and not only on what they can do. Put God first and everything you do will prosper. Absolutely. So they put their sights on the big things that they want. They don't just settle for the things that they don't want. You know how people say, I really want to do this, but I think I can do this. And then they try to go for this. Successful people don't do that. They go for what they want, right? They get fired up about it, okay? They take 100% responsibility for what needs to be done, and they are leaders, okay? They are leaders, all right, of themselves, of their business, of the situations that are happening in their business and in their lives, okay? So those are the reasons that successful people achieve greater results, according to me. And I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, and I've had a great time sharing this with you guys. I want to open the floor. Did this scope support you guys? It's a late scope. I normally don't scope this late. Did this scope support you guys? I had a great day, productive day, busy day. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God is good. Thank you so much. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me? Are there any questions for me on the floor? If you're watching the replay, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I support moms with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com, or my past scopes at catch.me. Mia_Redrick. There are about 150 there. Life and business content. Always I try to bring great and amazing content. So you'll come back. Okay? So there are no questions for me. Are there no questions for me? Okay? All right. Okay. All right. So a couple of quick things. One is I need help with mind mapping. Okay. All right, Ebony. We can talk about that on the coaching call Thursday. I want to do the one-on-one with you. Can you help me in the cannabis industry? Well, I'm not in the cannabis industry. While you were getting chocolate hearts, I was writing. Oh, that's funny. What do you want to do? Are you cannabis education? Okay. Yeah, I think it would just depend on what it is that you want to do. So like if you want to take and create, educational content, maybe you want to create educational content that you get to monetize online about cannabis. Maybe you want to shoot educational videos. In fact, one of my colleagues I used to shoot with actually did a segment. You guys are going to find this interesting, but she did a segment about cannabis, all different uses of cannabis, but she was talking about she interviewed these moms. They were called the marijuana mommies. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. And you wrote an ebook. Can you show me how to market it? I can show you how to market it. And I can show you where to go to market it. And I can show you how to set your ad structures up so that you can get people coming to you, your target audience, to buy your products. But one of my colleagues, she did a segment on America Now called it was about the marijuana mommies, right? And these moms actually were using cannabis for medicinal purposes, and it was vapor bags. I had never seen anything like it, but it was vapor and not smoke, okay, because that's supposed to be a healthier option for you. But it was really interesting, and she did a segment where she learned all these different uses of cannabis for people who have chronic pain. So I absolutely can support you around knowing how to market your book and where to put it so that people can buy it, how to get in front of your target audience, okay? Also, guys, I want to let you know I do have a class that's coming up that I'm so excited about. I'm so excited about my class. And I think some of you guys know about it. So let me tell you what it is. I got to pull it up, though. 1 second. I'm doing this class. It starts next week, and it is how to leverage what you know to earn 6 figures. A lot of you guys have signed up already, so I'm excited. It's how to build a 6-figure business by leveraging what you know, okay? How to build a 6-figure business by leveraging what you know. All right. And there is a link on my profile that will take you directly to the page so you can see so you can actually see what's included. But I'm just going to run through it with you briefly. The course is divided into 3 weeks. I mean, not 3 weeks, 3 sessions over 12 weeks, okay? The first is how to build a 6-figure business from your home, because so many of you are hearing from other people how you can build a great and amazing business, but you got to go on the road, right? And I built my business from my home. So many people don't know how to structure and build a 6-figure business from your home. Like, what do you do? Like, how did you do that, right? And so what I'm going to do is teach you how to do that. How do you stop being a procrastinator? Okay, you might have to remind me after I talk about this here, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly the system that I've used to build my business from my home, a 6-figure business, and it's gonna surprise you. The other 4 weeks, I'm going to be talking about how to build a 6-figure teleseminar, how to do a 6-figure teleseminar. What I love about teleseminars, love, is that I've done multiple 6 figures doing teleseminars, and they're not expensive to do. Anybody can do them. If you're an expert in if you've got any information that you want to get out in the world, it's a really easy way to be able to do it. I always love doing teleseminars because for me, it allowed me to hey there, good to see you, Marcy. It allowed me to be in my pajamas, truthfully, and be able to coach my clients when my kids were younger. So I loved it, right? Is a teleseminar a one-time event? Well, it could be, but for me, usually not. But it could be a one-time event. All right. And I love doing them over the years. It's how I built my business. I just loved it. And so I'm going to teach you guys the formula that I've used over the years to be able to do it, and with ease and effortlessness. The next is how to create a 6-figure product. I'm going to show you how to build your own 6-figure product. Do you need to take speech? Okay, I'll tell you in a second. Okay, how to create a 6-figure product. Okay, there are lots of products out there you can create in the infopreneur space, but there are some that are my favorites that are easier 6-figure products. I'm going to share those with you guys in that particular session, and we're going to go deep, and I'm going to share with you exactly the products and how to set them up so that you know exactly, okay, this is the formula. These are the best products. Thank you so much for putting that there. That's miaredrick.com /3568 /. That's the link for the course. And the coolest part is that each of the courses run for 4 weeks, right? There are 3 different topics, or you can buy them individually for $4.97 each, or the entire series for $9.97. So I wanted to incentivize you guys to get the whole course, and you can even do 3 pay on that. That's $369 if you decide to do a 3 pay on it. $369, 3 payments of $369 every 4 weeks, okay? And then what you get in the program, in addition to the content, which is amazing, but you also get, thank you so much. You also get 4 weeks of training calls with me, right? And then you get recordings of all the live sessions, and you get a live Q&A. There's going to be one in the evening and one during the day, because some of you guys I know can't take the calls at night and some can't take during the day. So it's going to be a Q&A, one in the evening, one during the day. You get immediate access to a private Facebook group, and you also get a 90-day e-coaching self-care system as a bonus. That's a bonus I'm throwing in. And then immediately you get 30 training videos to jumpstart your success. And the videos are kind of cool because I'm including things like how to monetize and make 5 figures on Periscope, how to make your broadcast, live stream broadcast, engaging, right? So you can be comfortable and engage with your followers so they'll want to come back. I'm teaching you how to position your book to make big dollars. I'm showing you how what it really takes to grow a business from your house. Just some more training on that. I'm showing you how to successfully pitch yourself. These are all videos that right now, when you sign up, you get those immediately. You get immediate access to those things, right? And so that's what comes with it. It's $9.97, very reasonable. How to create a 6-figure business from your home, how to create a six-figure teleseminar, and how to create a six-figure product, okay? And that's what each of those courses are 4 weeks long for a 12-week commitment. Class kicks off February 15th and runs through May 31st, all right? And of course you can buy. So a teleseminar is, I give you a conference line number, a call-in number, Ebony, and you call in with your phone and you can just listen in on the call. So I'm teaching on a call line in opposed to sort of like this, which is more like a webinar kind of thing on Periscope, okay? So I'm teaching. And typically at the end of my calls, I'll usually open the line up for questions, Q&As. If you have any questions and you need some answers to some basic things. So it's really great. So you guys are going to love it. I'm excited about it. So that's one way you can work with me. I hope you do the course. It's just great. I'm excited about it. The other way is if you want to book a consultation with me, you'll see in my bio that you can book a consultation with me for $200 for the first time here on Periscope. I charge $1,000 an hour, but on Periscope you can book me one time for $200. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So those are two really groovy ways you can work with me. And then the last way for just $117 a month, you can book me for the Moms Academy, which is Periscope coaching in a private group, and I teach on a business subject each month. It's just $115 a month, and the commitment is 12 months. So it's pretty cool too. The curriculum is great, and you can visit themomsacademy.com, themomsacademy.com to learn more about it. So if you have any questions, you want to work with me, you've got questions about that, I'm going to give you my personal email address. Here's my personal email address, and it is Mia, M-I-A, _Redrick at findingdefinitions.com. Mia _Redrick at findingdefinitions.com. So if you're going to email me, it's because you have a question about coaching. I don't do any free coaching at all. So if you're emailing me, it's because you want me to clarify what something about the program, okay? Now, I know that there was a question, and one was, do you need to take speech class, okay? You know what? It depends. You know what? I did Toastmasters early on because I was moving like a robot on stage. I wasn't comfortable speaking. And so it's very important. That's okay. Thank you so much. I was not comfortable public speaking, so I took Toastmasters. It was a great investment for me and totally supported me. So I think that if you're not comfortable speaking or you want to up-level your skill, just sign up for Toastmasters, because they're great and it's pretty reasonable. I don't know what the fee is, but they're pretty reasonable with their investment for the level of curriculum that you get. And then you had another question for me, and I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry. If you don't mind posting it again, I'll answer it now. Do you guys have any questions for me about, anything that I've shared tonight? Any of the offers that I've told you guys about? Any questions for me? Okay. If you are interested in the Moms Academy, the next class is this Thursday. So you will need to sign up, before Thursday so that we could get you the details to be registered for the program. Okay. So that's one thing. And the class that I just mentioned starts next week on the 15th. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I have had a blast sharing with you guys tonight. You know what? I hit 700,000 the other day and I didn't even realize. So I want to thank you guys so much for your support. Because I hit 700,000, and I think it's been close to 80 days on Periscope. So I just want to thank you guys so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. And so I want to thank you so much for your support, because it's been a little bit of time, and you guys have been hardening up. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Good night. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. It's late. Bye.